Alrighty, and hello. This is 6:30, aka the Third Sun, coming at you. Um, Wanted to continue the intermediate longsword tutorial series by talking about different things to kind of sort of prime your mindset to prep yourself for just trying to move ahead and all that other good stuff. Things that have helped me out a little bit, and I'm not necessarily saying that I'm like a guru or an expert or anything like that. I just want to stick something out there, um, just to just to help give anyone a direction if they need it, the same way that I need a direction. So my little concise list of the things that I'm going to go over is: number one, it's important to learn your weapon, know your offensive and defensive options. Uh, Number two, learn the monster, which is going to be a very, very big thing because that's like learning the monster isn't just something that, tryhards do. It's something that you do so that you can increase your offensive and defensive options and opportunities the whole 9 yards. Very, very helpful. Um, Hang on, let me set this. No, I don't want to go there. Yeah, I hate this guy. Let's fight him. And let's see. Next one. Okay, I got a good 60 minutes off of that. Um, Third one is understand commitment, which is generally linked to the amount of time that a move takes. Know the amount of time that each move takes so that you can know what's safe, what's risky, and it can help you assess the risk and reward of using those moves a little bit clearer. Number four, um, risk versus reward. um, Kind of sort of keeping the risk reward in your mind can help you really it can really help make the decision making that you make out in the field, that you make with every hunt. It can help make that just so much clearer and easier because you can go like, okay, so if I'm sitting right here, what's my risk versus reward? If I want to approach this monster who has area of effect attacks wherever he goes with this weapon as opposed to that weapon, what's my risk? What's my reward? Yada, yada, yo. It helps out with decision making so much to just keep the risk and reward in your mind. And so that will drastically boost you up. Five, practice, practice, practice. Practice generally makes perfect, or at the very least, it makes better. My uncle back in the day told me that perfect practice made perfect, and I believe him, but sometimes it can be stressful going for perfect practice, but you got to get that balance. Um, it just takes time in order to really like link all of the mindset stuff into what am I supposed to be doing in the game, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I'm just putting that out there just to prime you so that when you come to the puzzle, you'll know where to put the pieces. Number six, and this is gonna delve more towards the mental and inner side of it. Be open minded because you never know what's gonna catch you. What I've got on my back right now is a lance. I didn't think that I would be considering taking Lance seriously. And that, of course, that's not an insult to the weapon, but like the Lance is an incredible weapon, but I didn't know how awesome it was until I decided to just sit down with it and use it. And now I'm like, yo, I feel like a freaking wall right now. This is freaking amazing. So be open minded because you never know what may catch your eye. You never know what you can learn. Seven, and this is one of the most important ones: be patient with yourself. Always be patient with yourself. I know that you gotta get good. I know that you gotta do this, that, and the third. I know that you're trying to like grind and just do better and get to a point where you can team dark side the hell out of the monster. I get it, I get it, I get it. But what you need to understand is that it just takes time to get there. And you also don't want to be unnecessarily hard on yourself. Because if you need to be your own worst critic to a certain degree, but not to the point where it actually like gets in your way and actually makes your life significantly harder. Let me get that.
I'll write it to you.
Thank you, Snowflake. Yeah, we'll get that later. So, yeah. Just do everything in your power. Make sure that you're giving yourself the right amount of patience. Always. Without question. I could use that too. Sorry, this is my other account. I'm just kind of gathering basic stuff. Definitely need that. Blue mushroom is a bop. Hey, yo, Bitterbug, when you're gonna come and see your son? Never, bitch. And let's see. We got be patient with yourself. Number 8, learn how to hold yourself accountable compassionately. Emphasis on compassionately. Much emphasis on compassionately. And that kind of sort of reinforces number 7, and I might talk a little bit more about that, like as it goes along.
I'll put the materials I got.
And 9, you have to actually and freely love what you're doing. That campus not even worth putting back up. I freaking hate that shit. Anyway, you gotta learn how to like actually and freely love what you're doing. Because the last thing that you want to do is just wind up just suffering and just stressing yourself out over something that you legitimately don't like to do. And I'm not saying that to like, you know, just go like, oh, why in the world are you trying to do this? Why in the world are you complaining about this? Do you really want to be here? No, I'm not trying to do you like that. I'm just saying, literally, don't stress yourself out over something that you don't like. So if you're not a fan of a certain weapon or this, that, and the third, or maybe even if you just need to just take a break from even the game itself and just reassess, then by all means, you're not necessarily like, you know, wrong for that. Your enjoyment is very, very, very important. And I unironically mean that. So it's just like you got to take the time to assess. Spark flint. I hate this gross, disgusting piece of shit. Ouch. I overcommitted, but it's okay. Oh yeah. Okay, that works. Yeah, you in your face, mother flipper. What you gonna do? What are you going to do? Oh, 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 oh! You tried to sneak, and you didn't sneak this time. But I don't care. I can be aggressive with you because I don't care about your life. Boy, what you gonna do with that dessert? What are you going to do with it? Yay! Shout outs to one of the biggest screw ups in Monster Hunter. You bitch nut. Oh, okay. And I lost my train of thought because of this fucker. Ow! I did not counter correctly. We're just gonna keep that up. Ooh! Ooh, let's get it! Ooh, the sure you can. Let's go. You're not. Ooh! I can sure you can out of that. Yeah, we here. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. You think I give a shit? You think anyone ever gives a shit about your little nutball looking butt that they should have let rot back in Freedom Unite? and then you have to come over here and stink things up, you disgusting son of a gun biscuit. You think that you're welcome here? Hate you as much as I do the Barrioth. He's a dung beetle. Who told you you could speak? Sorry, I hate this guy. Yeah, I know Snowball. He's disgusting. Dang, I overcommitted. Ooh, and that would have been... Oh, wow. I was at the save zone. Bitch ass mother flipper. Lunge and slash on your bitch ass. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, forgive me for getting a little bit toxic. I really, really, really dislike this guy. So freaking much. I need to go to church. Alright, so at any rate, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by a rude and disgusting monster. Yeah, actually and freely love what you're doing, so that's very, very important. So let's continue on. Number 10 is to make 1 through 9 a lifestyle. If you were able to, you know, somehow get all of that, despite the fact that I literally had to stop mid-hunt, or stop and do a hunt in the middle of, yeah. Ew, who the heck? Yeah, that's right. I killed your leader. What you gonna do about it? That's right. Keep walking. Now I'm gonna go and take out the other one because screw him. Yeah, do what you like. So I belabored that one for a bit. So let's do number 10 is to actually make those a lifestyle. So let's see, where am I at with all of this? Okay, not bad at all, somewhat. So yeah, I guess, oh, where am I going? I can take that. We're going to, okay, I need to get back here. I need to get back over there. But, like, so if I had to kind of sort of, like, pick some of the most important ones, I would say for the first, out of like the first 5, you probably already know everything else, but it's a tie between commitment and risk versus reward. So with numbers 1 through 5, number 3 and number 4 are kind of tied for importance. It's hard for me to just pick one between the two of those. Because the commitment is the key thing that kind of sort of like sparks the risk versus reward, or significantly contributes to it, if that makes sense. So there is that. We'll go.
Giant bigger wasp. I guess they prefer the plenty too.
Yeah, they probably do. What's that waypoint? Okay. Wait, let me go back and get this, whatever shroom this is. The shrooms keep me up, so I ain't got no worries. Ooh, it's the blue. It's the nitro. Where's the mandragoras at? That's what I need, bro. I'll take a potion because why not? But yeah. So the commitment aspect, how much time a move takes, generally sparks the risk versus reward. From my experience, because like generally it's the moves that take too long that's generally gonna like leave your ass out. So yeah, it's always something that's good to consider, and the risk reward thing is more or less, I don't want to say it's self-explanatory, but it's kind of self-explanatory. Yeah. The La Barina, let's go. Yeah. Um. Um.
Wow, what a view!
Well, yeah, that's kind of like the main thing. That risk reward is going to help you out immensely. Sorry for being a skipping record about it. Now, 6 through 10, I think that all of them are important. But I think it's a tie between 7 and 9. 9 is very, very stinking important because, like, obviously you want to love what you do. The reason why you're playing Monster Hunter in the first place is so that you can free yourself from a good amount of life's bullcrap and pressures temporarily and just kind of sort of go from there. So, if you're stressing out because of that, it somewhat defeats the purpose. And you don't want to defeat the purpose of having fun. You really, really don't. Because you need this so that you can get through the day. I don't give a shit. Wee. Yeah. Oh, damn. You pissed already? I hate you. You ain't got nothing, Lala Barina. You did all that for a miss? Stop spewing that shit all over the place. Get that fuck. My God. Get down on the flip. Dang, bro. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Ah, blast. I don't know what Lala Barina is able to do with any of this stuff. No, not the florets, but like when she's like, dangling from the ceiling. And everybody get down on the ground. Sure you can, boy. What you gonna do with that dessert? What you gonna do about it? Come on, boy. Come on. Oh. Let's see, let me get that. Ouch! That hurt. Dang it. She got me. What? Dang it. Let me just... Yui! And the pack up. Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah. 7 and 9. Be patient with yourself and actually freely love what you're doing. Being patient with yourself is one of the hardest parts because you're gonna just come across moments where it's just like, oh my God, I feel like I'm not getting any better. Maybe the people that say that I'm crap are right about me, yada yada yo, all the self-doubt and all the other shit that we really, really can't use starts to set in and all that other good shit. All that stuff. So you got to learn how to be patient with yourself, and it can be hard to just go like, hey, yo, you're screwing up and you're making some not so great calls, and you're kind of losing out on damage. You're kind of doing this, that, and the third. You're making a lot of mistakes that's getting you bumble clotted, even though I took that word out of context. Forgive me. And you just got to look at yourself and just go like,
It's always a
For all intents and purposes, that's okay. That's very, very okay. And I'll get there eventually. And the reason why I know that this is definitely something to be concerned about is because I burn myself out with the self-criticism and self-punishment. So I will preach that gospel wherever I go, alongside Jesus. Okay, just one. Well, yes and no. But you get the idea. And so that's kind of, sort of, what I wanted to cover today. Sorry it took me a little bit longer. I kind of sort of broke the form that I established, but, like, you know. And also, forgive that I'm using a lance instead of a longsword. I know that this is like a longsword guide, but the lance has just been calling to me a little bit, and I wanted to incorporate it too. So, yeah. So, I guess that's kind of it for now. Y'all have a good one.